You're such a pussy. What's going on, guys? Ratchet Wrench is back for another video. Today we got the 2019 Dodge Ram BigHorn with the 5.7 Hemi.
Emphasis on the big horns. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, check out our other videos, check out our Instagram and our merch line below. And without any further ado, we're going to jump right into this review, so let's get into it.
Alright, so we're going to start on the front end here. We could go with the headlights first. I do like these. This is not the sport package though. With the sport package you get a slimmer, sleeker headlight. This is just a standard baseline. It is still nice. It's got the halogen bulbs in it, not LED, but when you upgrade to that sport line package you do get the LEDs, I believe. Onto the grill now, you got a nice gloss black finish on these like fin design pieces that go into the hood here, which I like this, but they should have matched it with the bottom here. This is not vented like other brand trucks are. This is just straight for looks, but this is plastic and this is more of a gloss black finish, so I do like this. They should have put that down there in my opinion. Also, there's a little bit too much chrome for my liking on the front end here. I think a lot of people would agree with that, but you can upgrade to that sport package, which would eliminate that, and I think it would go all black, or you can choose different packages, so you can upgrade this front end more. If you jump to the bottom, you got all these sensors for the parking assist, which I do like. If you can't park that well, this helps out a lot. And fog lights are pretty standard here. Let's go to the hood. It's got this nice concave finish to the front, which emphasizes that Ram once again with the gloss black finish, and then it all kind of goes up in this general direction straight up to the truck, so it's got a nice curvature on the hood.
All right, jumping into the meat and potatoes of the truck, what everyone came here to see. 5.7 liter Hemi, pushing out 395 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque. What I really like about this engine bay, there's a ton of room to get in here to work on things. You know, sometimes working on different trucks and cars, as we all know, there's not a lot of room to get to stuff, and engineers can make our lives difficult. But in this case, we have a ton of room to get to pretty much anything we need. My only complaint is with the air box, I feel like they could have maybe put like a, since this is the sportier edition of the Ram, they could have maybe changed it up and put a better intake maybe. I would prefer a K&N air intake just because this is the sportier package. It's, you know, a little more high end, you're paying more money. But then again, if you want to mod it yourself, they always give you that option. So it's nice to, you know, it's nice to know if you have to get in here to work on something, to change the radiator out or to flush something or to change your battery, there's plenty of room to get to anything you need. Check your oil, replace your oil and filter. Belts too, I like how it's just everything is set up with the serpentine belt. You could just get to everything nice and easily. And they also have nice hood struts. I like that. I do not like prop rods, so that's one thing I do appreciate with the Ram trucks, is that they give you these standards, so that's very nice. So another nice feature about this truck I like, it does have turn signals integrated into the side view mirrors, and they also put the little Ram logo in there, which is kind of cool. Again, not on all trucks this comes standard. I think this should be standard nowadays, but again, you get this with this package, so that's very nice. Also, another thing, you may or may not be a fan of it, there is chrome on the door handle along with the painted handle, so it's paint and chrome. If you like that, it's good. If you don't, you know, you might want to upgrade to the other package. So moving alongside the truck, we have the nice sleek body line that follows down the two doors back here into the back of the bed. So moving on to the fuel door, this one, there is no button on the inside of the cab to pop it. You have to press this once to pop it and then pull it open, and there is no like gas cover, fuel cover for that, which again, I mean, you put all this effort into the truck and you kind of just got lazy with this part and just didn't finish it. Like if you want to pan in on here, the plastic is just very, I don't know, it's kind of cheap looking, and I mean, I feel like they could have done a little better with that. But moving on from that, we have 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels with Goodyear Wrangler tires. They're like I said, there's an 18-inch rim on a 275/65, which I believe is I think it's like a 30-inch tire if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. If you want to roast me in the comments, go for it. There are no leaf springs. It's just a coil spring design with control arms similar to the Jeep Wrangler setup. You do have a rear sway bar in the back here. As you can see, there's an end link right here for that, which is nice because not a lot of trucks actually do have rear sway bars, depending on, you know, if it's a full size or mid size. Again, that's part of a sport package. Depending on what truck you buy, you may or may not get it. In this case, you do get it. And you also get rear disc brakes. Some trucks, believe it or not, Toyota do not have that. So anyways, moving on to the back of the truck. This is where all party is in the back, okay? I got the horses in the back. All right, another thing you might blatantly notice, there is way too much chrome on the back of this truck. Okay, if you love chrome, that's great. Chrome kind of faded out in the the late 90s, early 2000s. So personally, I'm not a fan of it. I think Dodge should have really toned it down. Maybe went with a painted back rear bumper here. You do get nice LED license plate lights, which I do like. It does have trailer lighting hookups, which is very convenient. It's right here. You don't have to go fishing for it underneath the truck or run some kind of crazy wiring system, which is very convenient. So I'll give them that. And you do have a backup camera integrated into the door handle here, or the tailgate handle. So that is another nice feature. Again, it has a slow lowering tailgate, as you can see. It drops down nice. This is a feature which, believe it or not, is not standard on a lot of new trucks. I know the new Ford F-150s, some of them actually don't have that feature standard. This should be completely standard by 2019. There's no excuse at this point. If you want to sell trucks, you got to compete. So I say, if you're a competitor, definitely look into getting that for your trucks. Also, what you notice, obviously too, is the body line curves in with the tailgate, and it's very sharp. It's almost like I don't want to say spoiler, but it kind of is like a mini spoiler in a way, because it really is, the curvature on it is really, has a steep grade. If you look down, we're going to focus on the bumper here. Again, too much chrome for my liking. If you like it, that's great. It comes with the tow package, so that's very convenient. All right there, easy to access, nothing crazy. You do get sporty dual exhaust pipes. That's a nice feature. For this Ram BigHorn, the taillights are redesigned for this generation. I think they look pretty good. They match the curvature of the truck, so everything kind of flows nicely. Moving on to the interior, the door panel has a nice canvas trim with brushed aluminum for the door handles and leather trim for the armrests. All of your locks and power buttons are right here, so it's very easy to access. It's not overcomplicated. There's no aluminum finish on these. I know some manufacturers like to add those to the tips of the buttons. In this case, we don't have that for this package. There's plenty of room. I'm 6 foot tall, and I have plenty of headroom to get in here. This truck has blind spot monitors on the side view mirrors. I forgot to mention that before, I apologize. Moving on to the interior of the truck, there's plenty of brushed aluminum everywhere you look. Around all the dials, the steering wheel, the vents for the air. There's no shortage of it in this truck. I will say the interior is very organized and very easy to access. There is no difficulties at all. You should not have any problems finding anything you need. Sometimes what manufacturers do is they put way too many buttons on the steering wheel, and it's just a little overwhelming. And to be honest, most of the time, you're not even going to use them. Dodge kept it very simple. It's everything you need on the steering wheel and nothing you don't. The leather wrap steering wheel is a nice finish. It has almost a nice flat bottom end to the steering wheel, which is nice and sporty. Moving on, another interesting thing about this truck is there's no dual stalks. Your turn signals and wipers are all going to be on one stalk, which is very convenient and nice. When it comes to the volume control buttons, are on the back of the steering wheel, so it's more ergonomic and it's very comfortable to use as a driver. Moving on to the center console, you have an 8.4-inch display with your dials all right here. I like how a lot of times manufacturers are moving over to having all the dials built into the display. I don't like that because I want to have everything right in my hands. There is no shortage of armrests and storage. You have two different storage options. You have one right here, one right here. And then when you open this, you can slide this section back again for more access to anything that you need. If you got to store your, your cameras, any kind of equipment you have for work, perfect storage compartment. You also get nice set of cup holders right here. They're not in a weird spot, so when you go to rest your arm, you have access to it right there. All right, now moving on to the passenger side. There is no power seat for the passenger, unfortunately, on this truck. It's going to be a manual seat, so you're going to have to just clamp the bottom like most trucks, grab it, and kind of manhandle it into position. Again, for a sportier truck, I would like to see that, especially when you're spending more money on a higher package. Press this button right here, bam! You got plenty of storage. You can put your phone there, you can put your iPod there, you can put your Nano there, you can put your PP there.
Alright, so now onto the back of the truck. We'll start on the door here real quick. It's got a nice trim package, very appealing to the eye. And down here, once again, you have a ton of storage for water bottles, snacks, whatever you need to store down there. It's there for you. So That's a nice touch. If you lift up this, you got one seat that lifts up, and you also have this ram bin. If you peel this carpet back a little bit and you lift this tab up in the middle, you got plenty of storage. It's good, like 8 to 10 inches of storage there for tools, etc., whatever you got to store down there, which is secure, which is a nice, you know, finishing touch. It's got a rugged texture on the top, which is cool to add to the BigHorn package. Again, if we pull these seats up here, plenty of storage. All right, so now onto the back side of the center console here. You got a nice 2 cup holder piece on the top with that same trim package. You got, I think this is USB Type-C, and then 2 regular USB ports on the bottom. So whatever you got to charge, it's there for you. And this truck is extremely spacious. I have plenty of headroom here. I can move left and right with ease. Even if you sit in the middle here, it's great. So this is the crew cab versus the quad cab, which is the smaller back doors and the bigger bed. So this, you're getting a little slightly smaller bed, but you get the nice big back seats if you got a family, or you got to store a lot of things back here. It's a great additive. So we're going to briefly touch on the safety of this truck. It scored a very high number in the IHS performance bracket. It's got 2 airbags up here. It has 2, one on this side, one on this side over here. It's got 2 more on the middle portion of the truck here and here. And then it's got 1 for the driver and 1 for the passenger. So I believe total it's got around 8 airbags, which is pretty damn good in my opinion. One more thing, the grab handles on this truck are extremely sturdy and comfortable. You got 1 for the driver here, you got the passenger over there, and then for the back seats you got this one right here, and same on the other side. So they're in great locations, and once again, they're comfortable and easy to use. For all those old timers out there, if you like your CDs a lot, get a Dodge Ram because they got a CD player. I don't know many trucks out there nowadays that have that, but this one does. Alright guys, that concludes today's video on this brand new 2019 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7 Hemi BigHorn edition. So thank you so much for watching again.
Please, if you guys haven't, please subscribe, check out our other videos. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments section.
We're pretty good at responding to comments daily.
Check out our social media. Everything's going to be in the bio. If you have any questions, again, like I said, let us know. Follow us on all forms of social media. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Peace. Do a quick poll.